I'll give you the cue on this in probably 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're on.
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
Good morning,
All my life has
guys.
been a series of doors in my face.
Today
And then
is
suddenly I bump into
Thursday,
you.
April the 15th. It's an A day. Welcome to Middle School Lyceum, guys. I see you guys all coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Joe. We see you. Good morning. Brother Kevin Maldonado. It's been a long time. Good to see you, sir. Good morning, Emiliano Rojo. Oh, Emiliano, my son has that. Naruto? Is that what that is? Naruto? Excellent. I made him one time. I'll have to find the pictures for you. I love it. Good morning, Brother Angel, Miss Marshall, Brother Thomas Lagarde. Hey, Eduardo Campuzano. See you. Good morning. Good morning. We're just still letting everyone kind of get in here before we start.
Miss Garrett, I got a brother here, 847.
There's already a winner. I didn't even have my chat. When I played this one, they wanted to be the other one. I'm trying not to say the names, but let me double check mine, Mr. Akbar. I didn't have my chat up. Sorry, guys. Good morning, Emiliano. Hey, Miss Benjamin. I have a winner at 47 as well.
Is it Isaac Molina?
No, it's Christopher Williams.
Okay, so
we have two today.
So Isaac Molina, Justice. All right.
Oh, but wait, hold on, Brother Christopher. You spelled the word wrong. So hold on. Let me make sure. Jeremy Robledo, 7th Grade Alliance.
847.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll do both Isaac
Marshall clapping.
Robledo. Okay.
Alliance, congratulations. Okay. That is Love is an Open Door from y'all's favorite movie, and I have no clue why. Frozen. So I've never seen like you young men love Frozen. So that's very funny. I'm going to actually watch it this weekend, guys. I know y'all are sick of me talking bad about Frozen, but I'm going to watch it, I promise. So welcome. We do have a special visitor this morning, Mr. Danny Martin. He will be with you. So if you're in gallery view, you should see him. He just waved and sent his love to you all. So as soon as we are done with traditions, we do have his wonderful presentation this morning. Brother Thomas Lagarde says his brother would watch Frozen every day for 2 years when it came out. So he is a professional at Frozen. So I love it. That's funny. Brother Bernard is not a Frozen fan, but that does not surprise me. He's my little grumpy of the group, so I'm not surprised. All right, guys, we are going to share. We are live on YouTube as usual. So if you have brothers that were not able to get in here today, please let them know that they, if we max out, they can come on to the YouTube channel. And we are live as usual every single morning. All right, I am going to share my screen. Now the truth is coming out, Mr. Akbar. A lot of people are saying they're not actually Frozen fans. So we shall see. I think they're acting really cool today because we have a visitor. Most days, Frozen is just what that is. It's just really popular around here. All right, let's see. So we are ready to begin, you guys. And I'm excited. Today's an A day. And this week flew by so fast. I cannot believe it's Thursday. My head is spinning. All right, guys, we will begin with our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Mission: develop young men into impactful leaders through the development of their intellectual, moral, physical, social, and emotional skills for the global society of tomorrow. Vision: the school of today for tomorrow's leaders. Motto: believe, achieve, succeed. Campus Core: engagement, encouragement, exposure, environment, excellence. Student Core: academia, brotherhood, character, perseverance, and service. Campus Creed: we are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We believe in the transformative powers of knowledge and wisdom. We believe that success is brought about by perseverance, not chance. We know our actions are governed by strength of character rather than whims of emotion. We resist excuses, holding ourselves accountable for our actions. We are successful through honesty, humility, and the pursuit of intellectual excellence. We are loyal to our family. We are our brother's keeper. We are committed to our community. We are servants of mankind. We have the audacity to hope. We have the audacity to succeed. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We will now have our school song. We are the brothers of BOMLA with the goal of becoming best in the USA. We believe perseverance, not chance, is a way to achieve. Our actions are governed by character, honesty, humility. Excuses don't exist. We are loyal to our family, committed to our community, servants of mankind and humanity. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We have the audacity to believe, achieve, succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. Believe, achieve, succeed. Okay, we will now have a moment of silence. Okay. All right. April 2021, we talked about this extensively yesterday, so I think you got it. We are servants of mankind, line 10. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Atkins that I visited yesterday. He has some wonderful art on the first floor of students that have worked on art pieces, and he is building a in-house museum expedition down there, and so it's looking really good. So if you're in the building, make sure you go by and check out the art. We talked about his travels, and he's big on culture and global competencies, and so if I would have to think about a servant of mankind today, I would think about that. A special shout out to him mainly for going down to the convention center, doing activities with boys down there, and that service is magnificent. So shout out to Mr. Atkins. I think he's in the other room today, but I hope he does hear us, and we appreciate his service to mankind, not just here locally in the city, but all the service he does around the globe. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys check that out when he releases his new travel blog for this summer. He thinks he's going to be traveling again this summer, and all the work that he will be doing to serve others. All right. Virtual learning. Expectations. Attend class daily and arrive on time. All students will have to have your cameras on during direct instruction. And I look forward to seeing you all today during those classes. Remember, we are in extended observations for your teachers. And so they are looking forward to your engagement. And I am looking forward to your engagement as we finalize those evaluations for the school year. Remember, they're longer now. It's about 45 minutes. So support your teachers. Do what you've been doing all year so that we can make sure that they receive the great glowing reports that they deserve. We will now have our Teachers with No Zoom by Mr. Akbar.
Good morning, brothers. Mr. Akbar here, 6th grade World Culture, 7th grade pre-college. Brothers, Coach Rose, Coach Ray, Mr. Moore, and Mr. Rollins will not be having Zoom classes, so it's important. And I can't stress this enough. It's really, really important that you guys do the assignments in Power School Learning. Go to Power School Learning, see what they have, because that's how they're going to check attendance. Just because the teacher's not there doesn't mean that you guys get a free period and you get to chill or whatever. You guys got to do the work. I can't even tell you how many people I marked absent yesterday because you weren't doing the work. You guys have to do it. That's why it's there. All right. So let's do a better job with that. Okay, Miss Garrett, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Akbar. Attendance. Brothers, please check your attendance daily. If a brother misses 2 consecutive classes or assignments, teachers will call parents and document the contact using the online parent contact form. If you are not able to speak with a parent or there is no change in behavior, please let Mr. Jackson and Ms. Garrett know by email. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, I had a stack of papers of students that we are quickly clearing out of attendance for credit. Last night we had a great class and the numbers are getting smaller. So thank you guys so much. I know there have been some nights where I've had 30 kids in there with me. Last night we were down to a very intimate group of 5. So I am very excited as I graduate you all out of attendance for credit. If you need me, I will put my email again in the chat. It's also on the iBombla Zoom link. If you have questions about attendance for credit or classes or what you need to do to complete that, and we are clearing you guys as quickly as possible. I had some people that got cleared out last night too, so congratulations. And we will get that paperwork done for you. So as we are finalizing the spring, we only have 2 months left. Please be mindful to finish up as quickly as possible. So you will not be in any summer school or anything like that for spring nor fall credits. And we will be finalizing fall. Saturday morning. So Saturday morning will be your last opportunity to get those credits, you guys. All right. So I am all done here. We will release this to Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, please, if you need that full 25, go for it. And we are so happy to have you here. So I'm releasing the floor to Mr. Danny Martin, who is our special speaker and presenter for the day. Thank you.
Hello, brothers. My name is Danny Martin, co-founder and CEO of a company by the name of Exposure. Exposure is a gaming and esports technology company that focuses on providing esports education to individuals all across the world. We have a team that is made up of 20 awesome individuals. For me, a little bit about me, I graduated from Lancaster High School. I grew up a lot in Oak Cliff. So I went to the TD Marshalls, the Claire Olivers, the Bow Stories. I know this is Zbomla, Amacio Smith. So we were definitely familiar with Amacio Smith. And then I went over to Lancaster to run track. In school, I was the individual I was an athlete. I wasn't as good in sports, but I was really very focused in on tinkering with things. My grandmother, I lived with my grandmother in Oak Cliff, close to Red Arrow at the time. It was Red Arrow. It's another grocery store that's next to it right now, but very close to Bow Story. And she always would be like, "Man, you're always taking apart things. You always," and typically they call that reverse engineering. So I was that person that would take apart the remotes and take apart things in the house, and I would get in trouble a lot because I just like to see how things were built. That was just like something that I'm very focused in on. And it carried all the way to high school, where I was building out sound systems for individuals' cars. And then even into college, I found myself at University of Texas at San Antonio, where I would fix individuals' consoles. So like, I know everybody out there knows an Xbox or a PlayStation. In college, for me, I was the person that if your PlayStation broke, instead of you taking it to PlayStation and spending in like several $100s or waiting a long amount of time, I would be that person that can just take it in my dorm room and I can fix it in about 25 minutes. So I was fixing optical lenses. Individuals' discs would get stuck in the Xboxes or PlayStations. I was fixing motherboard issues, reflowing the processor chips. I was really focusing on making capital in college, and that was my business. And then I easily recognized that when individuals give me consoles, I'm able to tell what game they play, how good they are at that game, who they play with. So much information to the point to where I was just like, man, I can host gaming tournaments on campus. And if somebody gave me a Madden, a console with Madden in it, I knew exactly who had Madden. So I'll just mark it out to the Madden players. And ultimately I would have, several individuals inside of my tournament. And that's how I was able to make so revenue in college, because I was an entrepreneurship major in college. So ultimately I was always thinking about like, what is going to be my business? And as soon as I recognized that I had that skill set, and the skill set just didn't pop out of nowhere. The skill set took around I'd say about 6 months of learning. I had to learn from a mentor, which mentors are very critical. If you have a mentor right now, congratulations. If you do not have a mentor, find one right now. That could be your teacher, your friend, someone that you want to learn from. And that was very critical for me. In high school, I had my uncles to learn from, my teachers to learn from, and in college, it was the same. I had my instructors, my professors, and then ultimately individuals that were in the businesses that I wanted to formulate eventually in the future. So I learned that, took those skills. As soon as I graduated college, I spent about 3 years in Silicon Valley. If you don't know what Silicon Valley is in California, specifically a little outside of San Francisco, although I lived in San Francisco, but I worked with some tech startups there from individuals who left eBay to create something similar in the gamification realm, which is basically anytime that you play games and you're accruing points and you're utilizing those points to actually, purchase, tools in games and things like that, that is called gamification. So gamification was something I really was interested in because ultimately that's what keeps us all engaged. Everybody probably plays games on this call. And so at the end of the day, what makes you want to play a game? It's the sense of achievement. It's the sense of being on top of that leaderboard. And ultimately that leaderboard is a component of gamification, right? And, I always wanted to provide that type of feeling to individuals of being able to succeed. We all like to succeed. So that's how I based our company off of. So fast forward a few years, I came back to Dallas after being in San Francisco, and I started a company to where it was a tech company that allowed other individuals to host their own tournaments, sort of like Smash GG, Battlefy, Tournament, other tournament hosting platforms that are out there. And I quickly recognized that gaming is a lot of individuals love gaming, and a lot of individuals will like to be the next Ninja, Tifu, and so many other names that are out there. I'm sure y'all know. But everyone would not be that. And so that's what I quickly recognized. So before recognize that everyone wouldn't be that, I was so focusing on helping individuals inside of my company go pro. Granted, we have 8 gamers that have gone pro out of our company. One of our gamers, Day 5, the NBA 2K League, he won the championship last year. That's a $1.4 million prize purse. We all have them to come out of our Dallas area, right? So that's something I was like, wow, we're going to be able to, gain so many professional gamers as we help them become a professional gamer. But I quickly recognized that, although we were helping professional gamers turn pro and make capital, but it was really the individuals behind the scenes that were actually turning pro. And that's the individuals that we engage with for branding, for videography, photography, graphic designing, coaching. All of these critical components made it easier for a gamer to turn pro. If you're looking at wanting to go pro as a gamer, you just on your skill set alone, it will be extremely difficult to be able to go pro to represent any other team in the esports industry without a team behind you, right? You have to be able to shoot content. You have to, stream. You have to know how to be able to speak on camera. You have to understand how, toxicity can impact your chances of going pro. Just like traditional sports, it's the same in esports. When I spoke on Dayfry represents the Washington Wizards gaming squad, which is a subsidiary of the Wizards gaming squad, which is a Wizards team in the NBA. The NBA has around about 23 teams that are NBA 2K teams, and they travel all around to be able to compete. Granted, with COVID, they're competing out of their home city virtually, but ultimately these gamers are competing all around, and they're getting paid for doing what they do. And so in order to make those teams, you have to literally compete, be on the leaderboards, but also be able to showcase your brand, your community, your camaraderie and leadership skills. And ultimately, those are what the coaches are looking for. So if you don't have a team behind you that's helping you, showcase your soft skills, your how to engage with a teammate. That is very critical. And for our company, that's what we focused in on, is making sure that individuals have a full team around them. So therefore they can have the best chances of success within this industry. The industry is very new, but ultimately we're seeing a lot of success fast. And so ultimately for us, we built our company around educating individuals within this space on how to drive the skill sets that are critical to helping the professional gamers. So when it comes down to offering opportunities for individuals to create content, love it. We have a 15,000 square foot facility in Dallas, Texas, specifically DeSoto, Texas, where students come in. They're able to learn how to, work the ATEM boards and production studios, and how to even shoutcast. Shoutcast is big in esports right now. Content creating is one of the best elements in gaming and esports, because it's ultimately where you're going to see your next multi-millionaires transform from, right? You have bigger companies like Twitch. You have companies like YouTube that are all focusing on content creators right now. And a content creator does not just have to be you streaming your gameplay. A content creator can be you talking about the actual game. You're doing reaction videos. I'm sure a lot of individuals know it out there. But content creation is all encompassing. If you're able to create content, ultimately you're able to showcase your personality. It's no different than if you were in traditional sports and you had to do a press conference after the game, right? Being able to talk and being able to answer questions and being able to engage with the community out there is very critical. So that's one of the best skill sets that you can acquire right now. You guys have access to technology. When you're able to look in your phone and talk, that's ultimately helping you build up your content creating skills. And ultimately, that's going to be able to help you identify yourself from the next individual. Is how are you able to, push out your message to the individuals, and how are you able to gain, fans, support, and so many other dynamics. And that's typically how you will find a ninja that is able to, engage and make so much capital in esports and gaming, because he has fans, he has support, and ultimately it's because of his personality. And so when you think about it, think about that. If I don't say anything else from this conversation, just understand the value of, whom you are as a person and how accessible you have when it comes down to technology, whether it's your phone, your computer. Just understand that people around the world do not always have that access. So being able to have that access here is very critical, and you should definitely take advantage of it. When it comes down to your virtual classes, and the fact that we're doing virtual right now, it lets you know how powerful technology is. And so you have to embrace it. It may seem weird or clunky, but ultimately understanding that time moves and it's going to move forever. And ultimately, if you wait, it's not going to move with you. It's going to move without you. So ultimately understanding how to leverage what you have right now, because you never know how successful it's going to make you tomorrow and the next day and in the future. So, take heed to what is transpiring right now in front of your face. For us, our company is pretty unique. We focus in on education, which I break down management, marketing, technology, competition, and production in esports. And then also we focus in on virtual production. This is COVID times, right? So everything is going virtual. Granted, things will go into the live scene, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be more of a hybrid approach. Individuals are going to want to, always stay from virtual perspective because it's easier, it's engaging. Also, when it comes down to live, individuals love being around individuals. So from a company like our perspective, we already are thinking about how do we create events that are more hybrid based to ensure that everyone, no matter where you're at, can be able to have the same type of feeling, the same type of engagement. And that's what's been so powerful about gaming and esports. Even so much so, the engagement level has been even higher than traditional sports, due to the fact that when you look on Twitch and you're able to see that there's a chat functionality, and you see it going crazy, just like it would be in like Zoom right now, which all the chats are going on right now. So ultimately, that type of engagement is, it's like euphoria. It's like, as a younger individual, you're looking for that type of engagement versus just watching TV, right? And so in this instance, you're in a great time space right now of highly engaging, and you should utilize it to your advantage. To kind of give you some insight in regards to our company, I'm going to quickly share my screen, and I'll be looking at the actual, yes, HyperX. Yes, we are sponsored by HyperX. HyperX gives us headsets, mics, everything for students. Anytime we actually do any type of contest, any type of events, tournaments, HyperX gives the winners, gives the participants headsets, mics. I got keyboards down here. Look at it. I got HyperX keyboards, HyperX mics. There you go. But basically, they are a huge supporter of ours. So literally, they like the fact that we are engaging with students, and we're engaging with students all across the world. So HyperX is like super, 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 super good partner for us. All right, and then let me share my screen. My screen. Okay. If you can see my screen, somebody says yes or type in the chat for me just to make sure I am actively doing it right.
Yeah, you're good.
Perfect.
You're good.
Thank you. So let me present it really quickly. So just to give you the example, like you guys have your mission, you have your vision, and you have your executive summary. That's the same thing with any company, right? I'm pretty young owning a company. And so I take a lot from where I was in high school. So just when I seen you guys' vision and mission, I was like, that's the same thing we have. So when you think about it, we're a global esports technology company, and we focus on education and entertainment ecosystem. We call it E to E. Our vision is to develop skills and nurture talent to build the largest esports pipeline globally. We're not just focusing on competitive gamers. We focus on also the individuals that make up the industry, from development to coding to graphic design to videography to coaching to teaching. All of those critical things is what's valuable for our organization. And our mission is to increase access to one of the fastest growing industries in the world, while providing an end-to-end pathway for aspiring professionals within the esports industry. Yes, I said the world. I'm gonna do a quick video. Hopefully this plays. If it doesn't, I'll go for time's sake. I'll come back to that video. But basically for us, we do education, eClab, and entertainment. We focus in on those three cycles. Those are three verticals of our company. We do education, studio, arena services, and we have a venue. For us, we focusing on STEM certified certificate esports master classes. And like I stated, management, marketing, production, technology, and competition. Those are the 5 core areas of esports that I've literally coined to be able to say this is every component that it comes down to. When it comes down to content, storyboarding, videography, understanding how to set up computer and production equipment, and then coaching and doing practice sessions. This is very cool if you want to be that professional gamer. When it comes down to our entertainment, this is what we do. We do virtual productions. We create the graphics. We have young individuals out of high school and college that create these graphics. They create the actual animations that are there. And then we engage with celebrities all of the time. A lot of you probably know that that's 24 Karat Golden, Aaron Beasley, Gabe, and so many other individuals that we interact with. This is a image of our facility. Like I said, we're in DeSoto, Texas. We're also opening up another facility coming here soon that I can't announce just yet. And then this is what we do. We do leagues and tournaments inside of our facility. This is a copy of how it looks when it comes down to our marketing and our EcoLab. EcoLab is really cool because it showcases individuals the opportunities to, deliver their platforms in which they've been able to create. For us, this is Ryan. Ryan has worked with, he's been a player from an athlete at Mavs Gaming. With Mavs Game, you got in your backyard. Mavs Game, Mark Cuban owns an NBA 2K team in your backyard. And they do NBA 2K competition. As Brent, he's played for us and then got drafted. These are some individuals that have come out of our company that are aside from professional gaming. You got Aaron, he came out of Lancaster ISD. You got Sean Doe. Sean Doe literally came to me and was like, hey, I want to be a videographer. And now he's one of the best videographers in the industry right now. Some other individuals that have competed, probably some of you guys may know them. All of these individuals have come out of Dallas and Fort Worth, mainly Dallas. And so entrepreneurship is a really big opportunity for in gaming. It's not, if you go and actually go get a team, if you wanted to buy a team and the NFL or an NBA, it's going to be millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. And in esports and gaming, you can actually own your own team or build your own team pretty easily when it comes down to the amount of cost that it takes. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have gamed. Y'all understand the value of, going into a lobby and picking your team and, going and competing with your teams. You're literally starting entrepreneurship right then and there. You're ultimately finding the teams. You're understanding the capabilities of your players, your athletes, and ultimately you're going out and winning prize purses. That's literally your entrepreneurship element when it comes down to it. And then ultimately, as you see, like a Nate shot of 100 Thieves, he went from, competing in Call of Duty. Now he's owning one of the largest esports organizations that are valued well over $100 million, right? He's now being able to bring in individuals that are your graphic designers, your content creators, and your staff, your executive staff, your financiers, all of the different dynamics that build this $100 million plus esports organization. And he started from gaming, right? So this is a cool dynamic to be able to see. This is some of the partners we work with: Sony Music, Twitch, NFL. We work with the HyperX, DeSoto Parks and Recs, U.S. Army, Duncanville, Activision. We work with a lot of these companies on a daily basis. And so I will stop right there, and then I will show you the video. And I got a little bit of time, so I'm trying to rush. So therefore, I'm share my screen. Okay, let me know if my screen is sharing right now. Can you see production reel V3?
No, not yet.
Okay. What about now?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Perfect. All right. So this is a image on what we do as a company. We engage with so many celebrities, and ultimately it's about how we impact our youth. We've been super fortunate to do a production with just recently in November with Stacey Abrams, to where we engaged with gamers to be able to incite voting. Right, we did an event and it reached over 660,000 individuals that we basically helped in regards to voting. So it was cool that we not only gaming can impact gamers, but it can impact politics, it can impact social change, and so many different dynamics. So take a look.
People with felony convictions in Florida faced a lifetime ban from voting. And what that meant was that the communities that they lived in had less and less political capital.
You know what I'm saying? And throughout the duration of the stream, we're going to be posting links so people can go out there and let their voices be heard.
Absolutely. We're giving everybody the opportunity to register to vote if you haven't already. Have you registered to vote this year, Wayno?
Everything overnight, right? Like, you have to really have a plan as far as whether it's equipment gathering or purchasing, or just, to Wayne's point, reinvesting.
Perfect. So as you can see, we work with athletes, artists. We work with so many people all around the world. And the basis of us as a company, when a Sony Music or a Gillette, they say, hey, we really want to get involved in esports and gaming because we know that there are individuals that this is a new pipeline of talent. They give us X amount of costs. We go and find celebrities and influencers and political figures to put together events, and we bring in professional gamers and individuals out of college and also high school to be able to compete, to showcase what it looks like when it comes down to gaming. And ultimately, that is what we do as a company. At the same time, we actually allow students to be able to go through programs to be able to teach them all the 5 components. So therefore, they can leave with experiential opportunities to ensure that they can say, hey, I can be qualified for not only eXposure, but any other esports organizations that are out there. If you see Gillette or if you see HyperX that are getting into esports like that, they're looking for talent to be able to fulfill for their organization just as much. For us, we focus in on creating that pipeline of talent. So I am going to open it up for any type of questions or thought processes.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Martin. I just want to say that I really appreciate you and for coming today. And we don't have much time, but if you could just do us one favor. I had a lot of brothers message me about how do we get in contact with you and your organization. If you could drop your website link or where they can learn more about your company, and I'm sure there's okay. So brothers, you can go to that website, and then Mr. Martin, is it fair to assume that they'll have like a contact page, because when eventually some of these brothers are, especially my 8th graders, they're going to be in high school next year, so they can get in contact, and maybe you guys can provide further guidance or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. Ultimately for us, we look for talent. We look for hungry individuals that really want to be involved in this space. And it's open. It's a new open atmosphere. So literally being able to say, hey, what are you doing? Are you shoutcasting? Have you done any type of graphics? Have you, do you like working with a camera? It's just basically those skill sets that's going to be very critical for us to identify. So therefore we can put the perfect position together. Okay,
that's and thank you so much for doing that, and I really appreciate it, brothers. Just one quick last announcement. I just want to thank Ms. Williams for the college fair that we had yesterday. That was hopefully that was really I'm sure it was really informative and really interesting. And it's 9:22. So brothers, I'm going to end the Zoom call. Everyone needs to go to first period. And once again, Mr. Martin, that was really cool. And I just wish that we had this type of thing when I was in high school. But this is really cool, and I really appreciate you coming down, speaking to us about it. And you're welcome anytime. So that being said, brothers, let's head off to first period, and let's make it a great day here at Bambla.